Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Dara Adelia. I am a student from the English Education Department at STKIP Al-Maksum. In this video, I will present a simple research proposal in the field of English language teaching as part of our mid-semester examination for the course proposal and scientific academic writing. The title of my research proposal is The Effect of Songs Media on Students' Listening Interest in SMP Negeri 3 Hinai. This research focuses on how English songs as media can influence or increase the interest of students in listening activities during English lesson. Research topic and research question. Let me begin by explaining the topic and the research question. The topic I have chosen is based on the real condition that I observed during my teaching internship at SMP Negeri 3 Hinai, where many students appeared less interest and easily distract when asked to do listening activities and English class. They found listening tasks boring, hard to understand, or disconnected from their daily lives. This inspired me to explore alternative media that are more enjoyable and relatable to students. One of the potential media in English songs, which are familiar, entertaining, and often meaningful for students. Songs can improve both vocabulary pronunciation while also increasing engagement. Therefore, my research question is, how does the use of English songs affect the student listening interest at SMP Negeri 3 Hinai? This question is made to explore the effectiveness of media songs on a specific skill component, listening interest. I formulated the question this way because I want the result to be measurable, practical, and relate to student motivation in learning English. Research method and why I chosen it. To answer this question, I choose to use a quantitative method, more especially a pre-experimental design, using the one group pretest post-test design. Why quantitative? Because I want to collect numeric data that can be analyzed statistically. In this case, I want to see whether there is a significant difference in student interest before and after the use of song media. Here's the production. First, I will give a pretest questionnaire to measure the students' initial listening interest. Then, I will give several treatments, which are English listening lessons using songs. After that, I will conduct a post-test questionnaire to see any change in interest. Analyze the result. I will use the paired sample t-test, which will compare the scores before and after the treatment. Research instrument and their function. In this research, I used two main instruments. First, listening interest questionnaire. This questionnaire contains 10 to 15 statements designed to measure students' motivation, attention, enjoyment, and participation in listening activities. It uses a Likert scale with options from strongly disagree 1 to strongly agree 5. The indicators include attention during listening, willingness to complete tasks, enjoyment of audio material, active involvement. This instrument is useful because it helped me quantify the level of student interest both before and after the treatment. Observation sheet. In addition, I will use a structured observation sheet to monitor how students behave during the lesson, such as whether they sing along, participate in discussion, or show expression of interest. By combining questionnaire and observation, increase the validity of my data through triangulation, sources, and reference searching strategy. In preparing this research, I collect references from various academic sources. My sources include books and such as Crosswell Educational Research for Designing the Method and Instrument, Ari et al. Introduction to Research in Education for Understanding the Framework of the Free Experimental Lesson, Nation and Newton, Teaching ESL or EFL Listening and Speaking for the Theoretical Foundation in Listening and Songs, journals and theses from Google Scholar, Eric Educational Resources Information Center, PBI STKIP Al-Maksum Library. I use previous undergraduate thesis as a reference for how to construct questionnaires and analyze interest levels. I focus on reference related to the use of media English learning, the impact of song on listening, the concept of student motivation and interest. I choose peer review sources to make sure the information is reliable and relevant. Avoiding plagiarism. To maintain academic honesty, I apply several strategies to avoid plagiarism. First, paraphrasing. I rewrite the ideas using my own words without changing the meaning. 2. In text citation, I always give credit the original author. For example, according to Nation and Newton, songs help learners improve their listening comprehension through repeat exposure to authentic language. Reference list. I compile all the sources used at the end of my document or presentation. Example of reference list entry. National ISBN Newton G. Teaching ESL, EFL Listening and Speaking Routledge. By applying these strategies, I ensure my work is original and ethically responsible. My personal reflection and conclusion. This research project gave me a deeper understanding of how important it is to make learning enjoyable. Students' interest in listening can be increased by integrating music, especially when the content is relevant to their age and context. I believe that as a future English teacher, we must always look for creative ways to motivate our students, not only through teaching strategies, but also through the learning material we choose. In conclusion, my research explored how song as media affect students' listening interest. I apply a quantitative method, use appropriate instruments, such reliable reference, and always avoid plagiarism. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.